When I first walked into Dr. Thorne's office, I didn't realize I'd stepped into an elegantly laid trap, baited with the scent of pine and an air of tranquility. The office was a meticulously curated world of order and calm, each piece of furniture precisely placed, a stark contrast to the chaos I felt inside. Dr. Thorne, with his sharp features and immaculate suit, was the perfect embodiment of controlled professionalism. His initial smile was reassuring, yet something in his eyes hinted at a detached coldness. As we embark on this journey together, Dr. Thorne began, settling across from me with his clipboard ready, it's essential to confront the most insidious enemy that resides within us. I often refer to this as the wolf in sheep's clothing, the internal voice that disguises itself as protective but in reality sabotages our progress with fear and doubt. Over the weeks, these sessions seemed to peel back the layers of my psyche, each meeting ostensibly aimed at helping me silence the metaphorical wolf. Yet, with Dr. Thorne's guidance, the discussions often led me feeling more exposed, more vulnerable than before. He had a way of turning my fears against me, dissecting my failures with a precision that felt more invasive than insightful. You must realize that your loyalty to your past, your friends, your sentimental values, these are the wolf's disciples holding you back, he would say, his voice calm but piercing. They mask themselves as comfort, but they gnaw at your potential. We need to rid you of these deceitful protectors. His tactics were subtle at first. He used classic methods of dark psychology, like gaslighting, where he'd subtly twist my words or recollections to make me doubt my memory. Are you sure that's what's happened? Are you sure that's what happened? It seems like your mind is playing tricks on you again, he'd suggest, a slight frown creasing his brow, planting seeds of doubt. As I grew more dependent on his sessions, the wolf chatter, as he called it, seemed to amplify whenever I was away from his office. This anxiety you're feeling is just wolf chatter, trying to lure you back to your old, unproductive ways, he'd explain, prescribing more frequent visits as a remedy. His voice became a constant echo in my mind, reshaping my thoughts, isolating me from those I loved under the guise of clearing away the negative influences. Each session, he'd push a little further, employing isolation tactics by encouraging me to distance myself from friends and family, claiming they were part of a pack of wolves that clouded my judgment. To truly evolve, you must walk this path alone, he'd insist, his stare unnerving in its intensity. Financial manipulation gradually wove its way into our therapy, as he suggested that my reluctance to invest in more sessions was a sign of my commitment to mediocrity. Overcoming the wolf is a resource-intensive battle. You're either all in, or you're allowing it to win, he'd state, guiding my hand as I wrote checks that strained my savings to their limits. It was not until a stark notice of foreclosure arrived that the full scale of his manipulation dawned on me. Enraged and betrayed, I confronted him, my voice shaky with the weight of my realization. You've been using me, I accused, standing in his office, the walls now seeming to close in around me. You're not a healer, you're a predator. Thorne's reaction was chilling, his usual calm demeanor cracking to reveal the monster beneath. I'm merely accelerating your evolution. The discomfort you feel is the dying whine of your inner wolf, he replied, his smile cold and unyielding. Armed with secret recordings and accounts from others he had wronged, I finally saw the pattern. I know about the others, I said during our final confrontation, my newfound resolve stiffening my spine. It ends now, Dr. Thorne. In that moment, the controlled, meticulous psychologist unraveled completely. His expression contorted into something monstrous as he lunged across the room, intent on silencing me. I evaded him, heart pounding, witnessing the physical collapse of his calculated persona. The police arrested him. but the deepest cuts were those left unseen. When I returned to retrieve my belongings from his office, a whisper of his voice seemed to linger in the air, a chilling echo of the wolf chatter he had instilled in me. As I turned to leave, a shadow flickered at the edge of my vision. Thorn. Or perhaps the manifestation of my deepest fears, smirking from the corner. Panic gripped me as I fled, Thorn's laughter chasing me into the night. Looking back, his silhouette was visible in the window of the office, a dark reminder that sometimes the wolf isn't just in our minds. Sometimes, it's the very person we trust to help us hunt it down. As the office light flickered out, the last words he had spoken to me echoed chillingly clear. You can never arrest a shadow. With every step I took away from that place, I knew the journey to silence the wolf chatter he had amplified would be one I'd walk with vigilance. The real wolves, I realized, don't always hide. Sometimes, they sit right across from us, week after week, day after day, grinning as they devour our lives. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. A quick shout out to my patrons, Melissa Perez, Lawrence Wallen, Eric Cifuentes, Jesse Hartley, Icy Narrates, Alonzo, Cupcake Hips, William Hartley, Rinku Star, Austin My Love, Mr. Sankofa, Seven Cities Journalist, and Ellie Hutmeyer. As usual, guys, I put a link to charity in the description. I'm going to keep it on the LA fires for a hot minute, but I will include other charities a little bit after. I understand that the fires are now no longer big news, but I would still like for the victims of the fires to receive help rebuilding their lives. And as I have been saying, even if that includes you unsubscribing from my Patreon for a while, just so that you have something to donate to them, I highly encourage that, and I will not be offended. And as usual, feel free to reach out to me on any social media. Let me know how I can be praying for you, and I am more than happy to do that for you. God bless you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.